as much as I can to make this extra relaxing, but enough jibber jabber, let's get into the first game. So I ended up recording a game here, but it was only after this game that I actually got a good idea. I am going to tell you guys some stories of myself from when I was younger to make it a little more interesting. I also turned off the commentators so that I could turn on or turn up the game volume for you, so you can hear the the ambiance of the match, maybe some goals, whatever, a little better. So here are some embarrassing stories of myself from when I was like really young in high school. Okay, here we go. I had a pretty good idea of a story to tell. Before I go into it though, I hope the commentary being off is better. Let me know in the comments though if you want it off or on. I think this works better because you get to hear, the crowd ambiance, the, everything else a little better. So let me know. But basically, I want to tell the story of how I lied. Oh gosh, I think I was about 11 or 12 when I did this, but how I lied to a girl about writing a song for her. Again, this was like a decade ago, maybe. I think I was 11 at this time, but basically, there was this girl when I was a kid that I had a bit of a crush on, but I was kind of in the friend zone at the time. But it was the summer, and I literally went over to her house like not every day, but every few days in the summer, where I really had a crush on this girl, and we would watch like shows together and stuff, and like we were very close. And I wanted to do, at the time when I was a kid, I was super into like music creation, but I had like no idea how to do it. Oh my gosh, I suck. I had no clue how to do it. Was like basically on like the closest I'd gotten to like making anything music related was like going onto GarageBand on my phone and like playing around with that, which I'm sure a lot of people have done. But yeah, so I really wanted to make a song for this girl, but didn't really know how to, didn't really have the knowledge of how to, right? So one time when I went over to her house, there was this band that I was super into at the time that was like not very well known. They're called Neck Deep. I doubt you know them, but at the time when I was a kid, I was super obsessed with this band. They do like punk rock kind of thing, like 2000s nostalgia rock kind of stuff, but it was this band that wasn't very well known at all. And I was like, you know what, if I just completely rip a song from these guys, there's no way she'll know, right? So they had this slow song that was very nice, that I just like kind of redid some of the lyrics to match this girl that I liked. And I think I just like sang over it for a little bit, and I basically sang over the beats and told her I wrote the song, I made the beat, and I made everything for her, and she absolutely loved it. Being the like 12-year-old that she was, also, she completely believed me. Honestly, I might have been a little older. I think it was like 13, 14 when I did this. I was a devious little bastard, honestly. But anyway, so yeah, she believed me. She believed that I wrote the song for her, and honestly, after that, we became like super close. Like we were hanging out all the time. Like I was at her house most days. I would bike to her house like every day or every second day, because she lived like maybe like 10-15 minutes away from bike ride. But basically, um, I think, honestly, a few months went by. I'll continue this story in the second half. Hang on. Yeah, so a few months went by, and like I said, we were still super close and all that. Was always hanging out with each other. Oh my god, am I about to get scored on? Okay, I'm not. We were always hanging out with each other, and then one day she texted me, and I still, the fact that this happened so long ago and it still haunts me to this day shows you how like devastating this was for me. But I still remember the text. And so she texted me and she said, just like randomly out of the blue, she was like, hey, you know what my favorite song is? Or something like that. She was like, I think she was like, you know what a really good song is? And I was like, what? What song? And she said the name of the song that I ripped off and called it my own. She was like, I forget what the name of the song was, but she said the song name. She was like, blah blah blah, the song name. Have you ever heard of it? So at that moment, I knew. I was like, oh no. She just found out. I just lied to her the past few months. So I honestly, to this day, I still don't know how the hell she figured out, like how the heck she like heard that song, because like I said, it was a cheeky goal. Like I said, this band was not a well-known band, so I don't know. My guess is she probably showed it to somebody that knew the band, or maybe like out of curiosity one day she like Shazammed it or something. I have no idea, but she found out I lied to her, and honestly, from that day forward, our friendship was never the same, and I knew I just completely screwed things over with her. Honestly, though, we were still like pretty good friends all the way, like even through high school, because I did end up going to prom with her back in like grade 12. But yeah, I don't know, like that was just so dumb of me. I remember like being absolutely devastated in the moment and being like, what have I done? Like, I don't know, it was such a dumb, honestly, like when I was in high school, I had such a bad habit of just like lying for no reason, whether it was to like lie to make myself look good in somebody else's eyes, or lie just, I don't know, to like get away with stuff. I don't know, it was like really dumb. I've gotten much better at that these days. Like, I'm not a devious little bastard anymore. At least, I don't think I am, but, yeah, that was a really, really stupid mistake I made. There's a few mistakes that I've made when I was a kid, and you know what? I'll play one more squad battles and tell one more story of this time where I just basically ratted out one of my best friends at the time, because of a girl that I had a crush on. Like, jeez, like now that I'm like recalling these stories, I'm starting to realize how much of a little shit I was. But yeah, we'll play the rest of this squad battles out. Honestly, I've been kind of just like mindlessly playing while telling this story, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the controller sounds and the story times here, because I don't know, I feel like this is something I should do more often, tell stories about stuff I did in the past, because honestly I have so many stories I could tell. So let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this as much as I am. But like I said, let's get the rest of this squad battle done, and we can get into the next story time, where I ratted out a best friend because of a girl. Looks like we're about to finish here. There we go, there's the whistle. Let's just hop straight into the next game and get into that story. Okay, here we go, getting into our third and final game here of the was in my, I think I met her in grade, I think I met her in grade 9, but had a, like, more of a crush on her in grade 10 that, you know, I really liked. I thought she was cool, I thought she was pretty, I thought she had a good personality, and I don't know, in high school I had this thing with always getting in the friend zone with girls, like, and never leaving it. I was a bit of a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Where like I wouldn't like ask girls out because I was scared of rejection. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, but I would always have a crush on a girl, get really close with her, and then never ask her out because I was just afraid of being rejected, you know, and making things awkward with that person. But yeah, so there was this girl that I liked, and you know, I was very close with her, and I actually found out that she had a crush on my, like, absolute best friend at the time. And when I'm talking best friend, this guy, like, we did literally everything together. We walked home from school together. We were on, like, Xbox pretty much every day together. We never had classes together, but we always took lunch with each other and stuff like that. But yeah, he was my best friend, still is one of my best friends to this day. Luckily, he forgave me for this dumbass incident, but basically, I found out that she had a crush on my best friend, which, I won't lie, I was a little jealous about, because, I mean, the fact that she liked my best friend and not me kind of broke my heart, but I let bygones be bygones, and I tried to wingman both of them, because obviously I was good friends with both of them, so, you know, if I can't have her, then maybe my best friend can, right? So, I organized a big, you know, group hangout with them two at the movies, and like, they literally fell in love with each other there. Like, I'm telling you, they were all over each other at the movies. I still remember this to this day. And basically, they weren't dating from that point forward, but they were what we called back in the day wheeling, which ugh, I'm throwing up at the fact that I just said that out loud, but back when I was in high school, we called it wheeling when people were kind of like seeing each other. But anyways, she, so my buddy was a little bit of a player, and honestly still is to this day. This guy is just a king when it comes to girls, bro. I don't know what it is with this guy, but, literally, if he sees a girl, he goes for her most of the time, and, usually ends up pulling them, but basically, these, you know, this girl that I had a crush on and my best friend were kind of seeing each other, but on the side, he was kind of like flirting with this other girl that also kind of had a thing for my buddy. And honestly, I saw this and was a little bit pissed off because, like, in my eyes, my best friend was with this girl that I had a crush on and didn't even really appreciate the fact that they were kind of seeing each other. Like, in my eyes, he didn't really deserve her, basically, because, you know, he was seeing, like, other girls on the side as well as this girl. So, me being friends with this girl that I still had a crush on, I ratted my friend out saying, oh my gosh, I'm such a bastard. I ratted my friend out to this girl saying, hey, my buddy, listen, I love my friend, but he's seeing, we'll just call this other girl, I don't know, Brittany. I was just like, hey, he's seeing Brittany as well as seeing you. This guy is